What's cooking, Valhalla? Today I'm bringing you one of the most important videos you'll ever need to truly understand this game, especially when it comes to grinding. If you're a free-to-play player watching this, consider these strategies the bread and butter of your daily farming routine. Skip what I'm about to share and you will quickly fall behind. Follow these tips and you will be able to compete with paying players, not quite the megalodons, but definitely at a competitive level. So buckle up, grab some popcorn and let's dive in! I hardly believe that this video might be a double-edged sword for people to actually play the game or not, especially for free-to-play players, as many of you consider that this game might not be such time-consuming. On the other hand, for those that are technically grind freaks, they will definitely love what I'm about to say over here, so let's start with some general information. There's a lot to cover, so I will try to break it down as simply as possible to help you understand just how crucial this process is. One of the most important and unfortunately unavoidable steps is choosing the correct class from the beginning. Let's assume that you picked Warrior as your main class. When creating your alt characters, which shouldn't take long, they should also be Warriors. Whether you select Defender or Berserker subclass for your alts doesn't really matter. What matters most is that all of them are exactly the same class. Now, what if you regret your decision and want to reroll? Unfortunately, this isn't easy. On Japanese servers, in order to delete a character, it must reach level 50 first, a time-consuming requirement. Even then, when you delete a character, there is a specific cooldown. The first two deletion seeds require 3 days before completion. After those two deletions, the cooldown increases progressively. 3 days becomes 5 days and so on. Alternatively, if you wait 60 consecutive days without logging into that particular character, its deletion timer resets back down to 3 days. All these restrictions made me wonder why such measures exist, and clearly it's because farming with alts can become extremely advantageous and potentially abusive, though still within legal game limits. Now that we've covered alt creation and deletion mechanics in detail, let's move on to their benefits. Let's look at what can and can't be shared between your main character and your alts. Avatars, weapons, mounts, and in general, most items from the Gacha system are shareable across all your characters. Gold, gems, and the collection system is shareable as well. Additionally, thanks to the warehouse system, you can move any unbound items between characters with ease. That's an unbound item, that's a bound one. So purchases, like daily gacha draws, are likewise shareable with your alts as well. There might be other minor things I'm forgetting right now, but these are definitely the key shareable resources. On the other hand, certain currencies including tokens and guild coins, as well as daily or weekly missions progress and achievements are not shareable between characters. Bound items remain locked to whichever character acquires them. You won't be able to send those over to your main. Right, now that we've covered what's shareable and why you should stick to the same class as your main character, let's dive into the specific benefits. The first major advantage revolves around the gacha system. Because it's shareable across all characters, every gacha ticket you use on your alts gives you additional chances to obtain avatars, and this can also be equipped by your main character. Another crucial benefit is chest collection. With each alt, you can gather all available chests scattered throughout the map, maximizing rewards far beyond what an account could achieve alone. There is even an achievement tied to chest collection that grants extra tickets as a reward. By creating multiple alts of the same class, they automatically inherit passive knowledge and CP from your main. Plus, they are able to equip the avatars, the weapons and the mounts transferred from your primary account, making them such stronger right off the bat. This synergy means leveling up or grinding with alts becomes significantly easier compared to starting a different class from scratch. And if luck strikes while opening gacha tickets on those alts, say with rare or epic draws, the resulting items are still usable by your main. So in short, create matching alts for maximum efficiency. Collect every chest for achievements and bonus tickets, then funnel those resources back into strengthening both mains and alts alike. Let's take this concept even further. Each alt character comes with its own set of daily missions. If you watched my previous video on how to optimize your dailies, the same strategy applies here. You can refresh and complete daily tasks on every single alt every single day. What do you gain from this? Completing these missions rewards you with resource materials, valuable items, and the specific coins needed for acquiring more avatars. By consistently finishing dailies across all your alts, you will accumulate materials, some transferable to your main as well, gear that can be added for collection bonuses or achievements, extra gold pulled into your account as a whole, and most importantly, currency used to purchase additional avatars, weapons or mounts that are usable by your main character. As you guys can see, the cumulative benefit is immense. Maximizing daily missions across multiple characters dramatically accelerates both progression and your power growth. Let's take this concept even further. All your alt characters can also participate in daily dungeons. I know it might sound overwhelming, especially if you're juggling 3 to 5 characters, but the benefits truly outweigh the time investment. Running the Golden XP dungeon is crucial for steadily leveling your alts, especially since reaching level 50 is required to delete them if needed. These runs not only provide valuable experience, but also grant gold that accumulate across your entire account, a key resource for progression. On top of that, you will collect upgrade materials for gears and skills. Some of these resources can be transferred back to strengthen your main character. Additionally, both weekly party dungeons and the 8-hour weekly dungeon can be completed on every alt as well, multiplying your rewards significantly. As we delve deeper into this topic, it becomes clear just how much untapped potential lies within managing multiple alts efficiently. And if you thought I was finished, absolutely not. There is still more to explore. As I mentioned earlier, core collection is shareable across your characters. However, you will also accumulate a significant amount of crafting materials that are bound specifically to each alt. Now, since your alts benefit from the main character's passive CP boosts, they don't require extensive gear upgrades, as we're playing technically the same character. This means all those bound materials, which would otherwise go unused, like I got here, some extra enchanting materials that are bound and I cannot transfer those to my main, can be invested in upgrading white or green items beyond +6 on those characters. It's an efficient way to work toward rare collection items without wasting valuable resource on unnecessary upgrades on your main. Meanwhile, as you continue pushing the best gear on your primary character using tradable crafting materials, you maximize progress across both characters simultaneously. Another great tip: instead of transferring everything through the warehouse system, consider selling some excess items for gems, a perfectly viable alternative that can further boost account-wide progression. And if you think that's everything, think again. There is still even more potential to unlock. For example, there are achievements that can be completed on each alt, allowing you to repeatedly claim substantial rewards by recompleting these achievement missions. These rewards from achievements are genuinely significant, especially the gold, which is absolutely essential in the game. Let's not forget the guild system. You can assign your alts as separate members within a guild, so they too can participate in guild activities, completing dungeons or accumulating guild coins for valuable purchases at the shop. On top of this, PvP offers its own set of achievement completions and weekly rewards for each character you play. Honestly, the possibilities without grinding feel almost limitless. There are always new systems and strategies waiting for those willing to put in the effort. Next, for those of you who made it to this point in this video, congratulations! I'm glad you stuck around, and because of that, I have a secret tip that not many players actually know. It concerns events. From my experience, though I can't guarantee this is always the case, event rewards aren't always shareable between your main and your alts. But here's the real insider advice. Occasionally, special events boost rare synthesis rates or increase chances for rare and above when you combine avatars, weapons and mounts. If you've been stockpiling blue-grade avatars on your alts, hold off on synthesizing until these boosted events go live. Doing so could dramatically improve your odds of getting high-tier gacha rewards. This is technically the most important tip for free-to-play players. However, this isn't 100% confirmed yet, but according to discussions on Korean forums and community sites, it seems like a reliable strategy for squeezing out extra value from alt accounts. Alright guys, to sum everything up, here's the main process. First, create all your alt characters using the same class as your main. If you pick the wrong class at the start, unfortunately you're fucked. Level up all those alts to level 50 while grinding their daily missions as much as possible. Make sure to collect everything related to gacha along the way, and once an alt hits level 50 and you've maximized its rewards, delete it if needed. Wait for 3 days cooldown period to finish and then repeat the cycle with a new character. Now, there are still some things I'm not entirely certain about, so if any of you have answers or insights of these points, please share them in the comments. For example, can 2 characters be deleted simultaneously? After initiating deletion on an alt, is it possible to log in and complete missions during that countdown? Is it actually better long term to keep 3 high level alts grinding late game content for bigger rewards instead of constantly cycling through fresh ones just for achievement rewards and common to rare gacha tickets? These are open questions. I would love your input. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you made it in this far in this video, drop a like, it really helps me out. I will see everyone on Tuesday, assuming servers will cooperate. I'll probably be live streaming then too. Until next time, see ya!